everybody. Welcome to the Whitney Family TV room. We're here with kids class today. We're going to be working the same things we worked yesterday, but before we get started, I just want to address a couple announcements. So Bill has a pandemic BJJ solo drill challenge going. There's more information in this thread on Facebook, so if you just scroll down a post or two, you can get more information on that. Also, parents, we are going to be awarding value stripes throughout this pandemic. So, you know, if you want to award your kid a value stripe, you can mention it in the comments below. You can send me a direct message. There's all kinds of ways. You can email. All the normal ways of contact are fine. All right, so today we're going to be covering some of the same things we covered yesterday. So first thing we're going to do for warm-ups. Oh, before we get started, I want to shout out some of the people I seen working yesterday. I seen that Hank was working hard. Carter, Bryce, David, good job, gentlemen. Anybody else who wants to get credit for their work, have your parents post a picture of you training at home in the thread below, or in the comments below. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to get started with some jabs. And like I mentioned yesterday, Edward and I have the benefit of having a mitt here to practice with. Some of you may not have that. You can use a pillow. Your parents can hold their hands. An older sibling can just use hands. What do I mean like that? So if Edward was going to demonstrate, I could hold the pillow and he could just lightly jab it, jab, cross, boom, jab, jab. All right, or I could also use my hands, jab, jab. But for today, we're going to use the mitt because we have the benefit of a mitt. Kayla, would you please hold the mitt for Edward? Edward's going to start off with just 10 jabs. Go ahead, Edward. Count them out for me, sir.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Perfect. All right, now Kayla's going to do her 10 jabs. And guys, remember when you're practicing at home to keep your hands up, you guys can go ahead. Keep your hands up, shoulders up, and throw that punch nice and straight. All right?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Perfect. All right, next thing we're going to do is our cross. In case you forgot at home, cross is the same thing, just with the other hand. We're keeping our hands up the whole time, and now we're just going to throw a nice straight punch with that backhand. All right, so Edward's going to do his 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good job, son. And now Kayla's going to do her 10. She's going to keep her hands up the whole time.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Perfect. All right, next thing we're going to do, Edward, would you hold that for me? Now we're just going to put the two punches together. We're still going to focus on keeping our hands up, and we're just going to go jab, and then after that hand returns, we're going to then throw our cross. So remember, we're not doing this stuff. All right, what we are doing those, we're throwing our jab, and then our cross. So notice how the hand returns, and then I throw. All right, Edward, will you do your 10?
Yep. 1, 2,
Make sure you pop that jab.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Remember, if you're at home and you have nobody to hold the pad, you can also practice on the air. I can still get good work in even without anybody to hold for me. Now Kayla's doing hers.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. Now Edward's going to do 10 more. We're going to do 10 more each. You guys are making short work of it. I figured we can get some extra reps.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Perfect. Kayla, get 10 more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Perfect. All right. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to warm up with some standing bases. All right, so I'm going to manipulate the camera a little bit so you can see what Edward's doing on the ground. So Edward's just going to demonstrate briefly for us. He's going to start off by planting his foot. And he's going to plant the opposite hand, meaning the hand on the other side of his body. Now he's going to use that foot and that hand to lift his rear end off the ground. And now he's going to put his foot back by his hand that he has on the ground. Perfect. All right. And again.
2.
Perfect. David, I don't know if you were here, buddy, but we mentioned
3.
you. Good work yesterday.
4.
Perfect. Everybody at home, you're just going to do 10 of these along with them.
5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10.
Perfect. Now Kayla's going to do her 10. And if you guys at home, if you get done before them, feel free to do a couple extra while you're waiting.
4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more.
And 10. Good job, guys. All right. Next warm-up we're going to do, everybody, is going to be a little different than some stuff you've done in the past. If you watched yesterday, it'll look familiar. But the way we're going to do it is we're going to start off by getting our ram horns. And now I'm going to take my front leg and I'm going to take a step and just kind of turn sideways. All right, so let me do that again, slow motion. Ram horns, I step and turn. So again, ram horns, step, turn, just like I'm kind of doing a shuffle. All right, we're all going to do 15 of those. You guys go ahead. You guys think you understand how to do this?
Yep.
All right, go ahead. Ram horns, step, turn. Perfect, exactly like that. Everybody at home, make sure you get 10 or 15 of these in.
3.
Perfect.
4. 5.
And kids watching at home, make sure your parents
6.
post a picture of you training so you can get credit for the class.
8. 9. 10.
Perfect. Give me 5 more, guys.
11. 12. 13. 14. 15.
Perfect. Great job. All right, now everybody at home, we're going to practice this. And if you have a sibling, a parent, somebody who can help you out, I'm going to show how you're going to practice with them first. And if you have nobody to help, that's okay. I'm going to show a way you can practice by yourself. So we're going to be practicing our punch defense when they throw a haymaker, just to get us used to it. So I'm going to do my ram horns, close the distance, hug him in T position. All right? One more time. So if I have somebody helping me, if you're the person helping, you're just going to throw like a slow motion high five towards their ear. All right? You're not trying to hit them yet. We're just practicing the move. So again, I'm ram horning, sliding in, and clinching. Did you guys notice how slow he went? It's important that he goes that slow because I'm just learning the move. All right? So if you're the person helping out, remember that. They're just learning the move. Now, if you don't have anybody to practice with, you're just going to imagine somebody's throwing the punch. You're going to get your ram horns. You're going to step and turn, and then you're just going to grab like you're hugging them. All right? Again, look, I just get my ram horns. I step into them, and I hug. All right? So everybody at home, I want you to do 10 of those. They're going to do 10 each, and then we're going to look at the next move. Boom. Perfect. Better grip for me there, buddy. That'll work. Yep, I prefer T position if possible. Boom. Yeah, there we go. Good.
3. 4. 5. 6.
And here's an important detail. Go ahead there, buddy. And everybody, if you're watching at home, if you have somebody helping you, I also want you to focus on this. Get this hand and tuck it in your armpit. All right, just to give you another point of control. And then he's also going to hold behind her elbow so she can't pull her arm out. Couple more, guys. watching at home, you got extra time, feel free to get some extra reps. You can't get too many. Good.
You counting now? No. 3 more. Last one.
Nice. Good job, guys. Good work. Good work, everybody at home. And if you have questions about anything, you can also post those in the comments, and I will answer them after we're done. All right? So before we move on, kids, I want to talk about, I guess it's going to be like a family room mat chat. But I just want to talk about, this is a good opportunity to be talking to your parents about setting goals. I'm sure you guys can see that this is a weird, difficult time for your parents. And a good way you can help is, kind of living out some of your core values, your parent stripes. Whether it's being, really disciplined or, just following directions, commitment, finishing tasks and things like that. So I think this is a good opportunity to talk with your parents about setting a goal to earn one of those parent stripes. And yes, you can earn them during this whole thing. If you earn one while the whole pandemic's still going on, we'll figure out a way to make it happen. So have your parents just post that in the comments as well. All right, so let's get into our next move. So in class, a lot of times kids will ask me, what if they throw a straight punch, meaning like the ones we practice? And I'm always like, oh, we'll do that another day. Well, today's that day. So for right now, let's just talk about the posture of the punch. So if I'm standing here and Kayla's a bully, because let me tell you, this girl is a bully, I'm just going to kind of have my hands up like I don't want any trouble. Hey, man, I don't want any trouble. All right? And then if she starts to throw a straight punch, I'm going to do 2 things. Freeze right there. About right. Freeze right there. I'm going to bring my hands up, and I'm also going to kind of move my head out of the way. All right? So as I see that punch coming, go ahead. I'm going to push it out of the way and move myself out of the way of the punch. And then I'm going to just immediately hug her with my head on her back. So normally when we do these moves, our head is up here. But this one, we're going to finish with our head on her back. Okay? And again, this is how we're going to practice it if we have a buddy. And if not, I'll show a way to practice it without a friend here in a second. So she goes to throw the punch. Boom, got my head off the center line. I'm coming in, and I'm hugging her tight with my head behind her. All right? Let's do one this way, please. Right here. Boom, I'm out of the way, and I'm hugging with my head behind her. And if you think you know why we put our head behind her, put that in the comments below as well. All right? So, and if you don't have a buddy, for right now, you're just going to practice it like this. You're just going to have your hands up. You're going to move your head, and then just come to this hug position. So again, boom, boom. One more time, hands up. Hey, I don't want any trouble. All right. So everybody at home, do 10 each. Edward and Kayla are going to do 10 each.
1.
Perfect.
2. 3.
Very nice.
4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10.
Perfect, guys. Perfect. And remember at home, if you have any questions, feel free to post them below. All right. Last thing I want to get into today is I want to review our rear naked choke. Okay. And if this is new for you, we're going to cover it with some details. And again, I'll show you a way to practice without anybody to work in 1 second. All right. Can you do it to me, Edward?
Yep.
So for right now, Edward's just going to come up behind me. He's going to reach his arm around. Now freeze right there for me, son. Everybody see where his elbow is in relation to my face? Right down the center. All right. Now he's going to take this hand and grab his other bicep. That's his muscle. And then he's going to put his hand on the back of my head, and then he's going to start to squeeze until I... All right. Now, if you are practicing this with somebody who does not do jiu-jitsu, kids, this is what you're going to do. Edward, go ahead and demonstrate. He's going to get there, he's going to lock it up, and he's going to just immediately let go. He's not even going to squeeze. We're just going to try to take some of the danger out of it. Our sisters might not know how to tap, or our brothers might not know how to tap, or our mom or dad. So again, he's going to get his arm around. He's going to pay special attention to getting that arm underneath my chin. He's going to grab his other beach muscle. When I say beach muscle, the one you show off at the beach, puts his hand on the back of my head, and a little squeezy squeeze, but he's going to let go before he even squeezes. All right? And like I mentioned, if you're working alone, Edward, would you grab that pillow for me, son?
Yep.
He's going to practice. We're going to show him how to do it with a pillow. So this first step is he's going to turn it sideways so that it's like long ways into his chest. Now he's going to take his elbow and put the pillow right in the bend of his elbow. He's going to grab his beach muscle on the other arm, puts his hand behind it, and then he gives it a squeeze. You can squeeze this one a little longer. All right? So again, he grabs, turns it sideways, puts the bend of his elbow, grabs his muscle, and then he squeezes. Perfect. All right. Kayla, can I see you do it once with the pillow? Call these pandemic pillow chokes. Perfect. Perfect. Squeeze. Good. All right, everybody at home, I want you, if you're practicing with a pillow, this is one rep. You start with the pillow, you turn it, you grab it, you lock it up, and you squeeze. 1, you let go, you start over. 2, all right? So Kayla and Ed, we're going to do 10 each to each other. Everybody at home, I want you to do 15 on a pillow. If you're working with a partner, just do 7. And go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Try with the other arm. 8.
Good pro tip there, guys. This is a good opportunity to try doing it on your wonky side.
10.
We all have a good side and we all have a bad side. All right. And remember, just lock them up and release. Don't even make her tap. Just demonstrate how it should be done. Just switch back and forth everyone. Yeah, there you go.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10.
Perfect. Good work, everybody. All right, everybody at home, great work. And like I said, please remember to have your parents post a picture, a video, something of you doing, practice in this class. That way you can get credit for it. And like I said, I mentioned at the beginning of class, big shout out to Hank, Carter, Bryce, David. I seen all you guys on Facebook yesterday drilling. Great work. And as far as the parent stripes go, remember to talk to your parents about setting goals and trying to achieve those during these kind of difficult times. Other than that, thanks everybody for watching. We will be back here at 5 o'clock again tomorrow. And we'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Still live and...